got a question for you lot. How do you get famous these days? How do you get known for doing something? I feel as if you have to do the most dumb things to make sure you're getting viral. Meanwhile, when you are trying to be an author, when you're trying to be an artist, when you want to be a games designer, meanwhile, if you say one word or do the most annoying lip syncing challenge that everyone does, then you're more likely to become famous now.
Because fuck them all.
Just in general, I just don't get how one word that sounds sexual can make you have a podcast and be well known on the internet now. And everywhere you go, everyone's gonna say, "Oh, you're the hot tour girl." But honestly, I just don't understand. Honestly, I mean, at first it was alright, it was funny, but it's just not anymore. And alongside that, I think it's just irritating how now that she's known for doing this, she's earning a lot from it. Maybe I should say one word and just say something out of pocket and then I could get famous. But we all know that's never going to happen because favoritism. And I say favoritism because it's always been like that. You have to be the hottest person to say these things, out of pocket stuff, and then boom, famous. Meanwhile, if you're just a regular black man, you ain't getting much, are you?
I'm a black man. I have to work 2, 3, 4 times as hard as a normal person just to gain the same success.
But then again, there's black YouTubers that are famous for doing this and that, but I feel like it takes them longer to achieve something. But then for the people that are outside of that, it takes the highest, or not the highest, the shortest amount of time to do that. I just think, how do you even get there? How do you even become famous, honestly? How do you even get to do what you want to do, innit? I can't understand why now that's the case for that Leah Holton chick as well. All she could do is do something that every other girl can do. Boom, she gets like, what, 900 million views for that shit? It's horrible. Honestly, how do you get famous? How? That's what I ask. How do you get famous for that? I feel like it's very hard to come up with something creative that it's outside of everything that becomes more predictable. When you want to create a fighting game that's out there and it doesn't feel like any other fighting game, it's now hard to do it now. It's the same with when you're making movies, it's hard to do it now. When you're making comics, it's hard to do it now. Especially when you're trying to build your own art style as well. I just don't think it's even possible now, isn't it? Because now a lot of people are starting to do stuff, redoing it again and again, and it just becomes lazy. At this point, sometimes you either makes you think, why bother posting something that you're passionate about when it's not going to get that many views? And the thing is, even outside of doing stuff on the internet, when I try and sell my art stuff, it feels more better that way. I actually wanted to do videos of art. I wanted to do it for fun. It was great. It was awesome. But it ain't the same no more with all these things that are just going to be getting people the viralness and all that shit. It's just stupid. We can't even do stuff that we share that are passionate anymore. In fact, there are stupid ways of trying to get something. We always try to build something and then we fail it all the time. I'm sure it works for you lot, but honestly, how do you get famous? How? This is the question I ask all the time. And I guess this video is about, now is the time to stop simping for these women, because enough is enough now. You can't keep simping for these women hoping they would get all these things. It's just, we can't keep giving them numbers all the time. Okay, pause for a second. What I meant by that, and I don't think I described it very well, I think what I'm trying to tell you is that when it comes to only following them because they look hot, that's literally what every single person is about. And the thing is, that's terrible. I mean, a prime example, one of my comments literally said, I don't follow an artist because of their art. I just follow her because she looks beautiful. Like, I'm paraphrasing the comments, but this is a prime example of what I mean. Instead of just following them for what they dream of doing and what they're passionate about, rather than supporting them for their work or for their passion, they just want to go for what they look like. And if they look great in their eyes, then they deserve a follow. If they don't, then cool. It's a prime example of that I generally don't understand. So yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, back to the video. You only need to follow them for what they are passionate about. And it's easy to follow all these OnlyFans stuff because you lot are creeps. You lot always talk about, oh, she's the hottest girl in the world, put her in OnlyFans. Oh, she should get OnlyFans. Fuck that. She shouldn't. She should do what she wants to do, not you telling her this and that. She don't need to do that. In fact, there are many women out there that are so good at what they do in terms of being a writer, being an artist, anything they could be. I watch women's football because it's actually good that they have their own concept. But you man out there are just comparing women's football and men's football. I'm thinking, why? What's the point? We know that men's football are the fastest and more physical and strong. They know that. But women have their own concept. Honestly, when I see these 3 women out there that have just been popping off for doing something so stupid, I just think that it's crazy how many people's attention span just works. It just sucks. And I honestly don't like the fact that the way that's going right now with that, what's her name? That Hailey chick that's known for saying hot too. Honestly, saying one of the most sexual things. I didn't think you would be able to get famous for making that, and also doing podcasts now and doing other things. I'm sure she's doing other things that are kind of nice and genuine, like that charity thing that she's doing. That seems pretty sweet. But those people don't deserve the hate. I actually hate the audience for it, because you lot want to see some thirst trap, down bad, all that nonsense that you guys are doing just because you ain't gonna get it in real life. It's just stupid. Man, we need to stop simping for these kind of women, man. It's too much. It's too much, man. You need to stop playing yourself. If you're the type of person that would do that, man, you ain't gonna get it, man. You need to go outside. If you're really that desperate to find love or desperate for sex and all that sort of stuff, then go outside, go to events, meet people, do all of that jazz. That's the only time you're ever gonna get somewhere. But obviously, don't be a creep about it. Don't be a creep in public. Don't be a creep on the internet. You don't need to be a creep with doing this. Otherwise, no one wants to be near you. No woman wants to be near you.